Hello. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Google Maps to complete the biome map activity found on the Jinx First website. The biome map lesson is a basic introduction to geographic information systems, which is also referred to as GIS. So let's go ahead and take a look at where this lesson is found. On the Jinx First site, if you go to Lessons Curricula, go down to GIS Lessons, and then you can go to the biome map, and that takes you to the activity. And the reason I'm showing you this is where the instructions can be found. And there's a basic map within that instructions you can use for reference. So the instructions give you all the different points that you need to address or include in your map so that you get full credit for the activity. But this will be the map that I'll be referring to whenever I'm determining the location of the different biomes, and then also the color code that I use within my map that I'm creating. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our map started here. Within your Google account, you need to go to Google Maps. So go to the apps, go to Google Maps. And on the side panel that you have on the left, you'll notice that there's the menu. So go to the menu. And then within the menu, go down to your places. And you may not have any places yet that you've created or made, but we're going to get started with that. So we go to your places and click on maps. And then within your maps, down at the very bottom, there's a button, a link there to create a map. So click on that. And so here you have your work area, and then you have your toolbar. And so the first thing we're going to do is let's change the name of the map, and we're going to call this very simply biome map. And you can have something, some variation of that if you like. I'm going to save that. And then within your instructions, it asks you to create 3 different layers. Okay, so the first layer there that's untitled, one of the layers is supposed to be tropical biomes. Okay, I'm going to save that. And so let's go ahead and add the other 2 layers. Okay, so you click on Add Layer. And then we're going to change the name of this one. So I'm going to call this Temperate Biomes. Okay, a lot of the biomes either begin with tropical or temperate. And if they don't, then we can put them into the 3rd layer, which is Other. Okay, biomes. All right, so within the reference map that I have from the textbook at Jinx High School, the layer, not the layers, but the different categories of the biomes, most of them begin with either tropical or temperate, and then there's a few that have neither of those kind of descriptors there, and so those are placed in other biomes. Okay, so within the instructions, it tells you to, you have to create 2 polygons showing different places that each biome is found around the globe. And so within our tropical biome, there's no better place to start than with the Amazon rainforest. So if I go and I get started, I want to get started, but take a look at this indicator, this blue indicator on the left-hand side of my work area, and that is telling me which layer I'm working with presently on the map. So I want to work with the tropical biome, so I need to click on my tropical biome layer to be sure that blue indicator is out to the side. Okay, so let's make our first layer for the tropical rainforest, which is a very well-known one, the Amazon rainforest. So to make the polygon representing that tropical biome in this particular location, you go up to the toolbar where it says Draw a Line. Okay, and then you add the line or the shape. And so I'm going to do this real quickly. You can also use, if you go down to Base Map in your work area, you can go down to Base Map, and sometimes for doing this, the satellite image is helpful because it might help you kind of determine where your boundaries are a little bit. I want to get that. Okay, so I got my button turned on for Draw a Line. So I'm looking at my reference map over here. It's over here. And so I can see that I'm just going to start clicking a boundary, checking my reference map, and then also the satellite image kind of helps me. And I'm going to do this real quickly, okay? So yours might be a little bit more precise than what I'm doing, but I'm just trying to give you the general idea. So that whenever you get down to finishing off your polygon, just be careful and be sure that the line that you're finishing with ends up on the first reference point that you put down. Okay, once you close in your polygon, it's going to ask you to change the name. And so this tropical rainforest, we know this as the Amazon rainforest. And so that is a very well known. So we're just going to leave it like that. And then one thing that you're supposed to do is you're supposed to have 2 facts in the description box for each of your polygons that you put down. So this could be general information about rainfall, about temperature, or it could be adaptations of plants or animals that you have within the biome, or perhaps you have, you find some information about human impacts or maybe human efforts to kind of conserve the area. So whatever you find for this particular polygon representing that biome. So I'm going to save this. As soon as I save this, it gives me some options here. And one of the things in the instructions is that your polygon is supposed to match up with the key for the reference map. So I'm looking at my reference map over here, and it's kind of a greenish color, and it looks kind of like this. So I'm going to click on that, and now you can see my polygon has the same color as my reference map. Okay, so I'm done with that. And the only thing that you can't see here is the label. And so another thing on the instructions is that you're supposed to have the label included. So if you go over to individual styles within that particular level, layer, and you click on that, it says set labels, and right now it has no labels, and I want the name to show up. And so as soon as I click that, you can see Amazon rainforest. Okay. Now I have to show 2 examples of each biome, and so I'm going to jump over here to Africa, and you can kind of make out where the next one is. And I'm going to do this real quickly. Click on draw line, and this is the tropical rainforest around the Congo River Basin. Okay. Now I'm not sure exactly what the name is for this one compared to like the well-known Amazon rainforest. I'm showing my ignorance there. So I'm going to close this off. So I'm just going to refer to this one as a tropical rainforest using my key from my reference map, rainforest. But I'm going to say, you could say Africa, but since I know a little bit more specifically, I'm going to say Congo River Basin. Okay. And then once again, be sure that you include your 2 facts. Right. I'm going to save this, and then I need to change the color to the same thing I had, the Amazon rainforest. And so I'm going to come over here and click on that green. Okay. And then close this. Okay. So at this time, I can see that on my global map, I have 2 examples of the tropical rainforest in 2 different locations. So that's what I have to do for each of the biomes. Now for the next one, I'm going to continue with my tropical, but I'm going to make a mistake. So I'm going to move my blue indicator down to the temperate biomes, and I'm going to put in a tropical one though. So I'm going to mess up. And so the next one that I'm going to put in is the tropical seasonal forest. Okay. And so I'm going to do that real quickly. And so it kind of parallels along here with this. So once again, forgive my sloppiness here, but I'm trying to do this kind of quickly here. Okay. And so I don't know if this one has a specific name associated with it. So I'm going to use my reference map. This is called Tropical Seasonal Forest. And I'm just going to put South America. Okay. And that's going to be my label. And then once again, I need to have my 2 facts. So let's say I'm doing this and I put this in, I change the color. This one is kind of a pinkish color in my reference map. So I change that to pink. Okay. And then I happen to notice, oh, the name's not showing up. I wonder why the name, and I look over, oops, it's in the temperate biomes. So that's not a problem. Just go over to whatever it is and click on it. And then you can drag that up into the appropriate layer, the correct layer, and then let go of it. And notice as soon as I do that, the label for that shows up. Okay. So if you click on any of these, you see the description, and then you see the name, and these are things that you'll be showing the instructor for the evaluation. Okay. Other than that, I think that's about it. You should, so just be sure that as you're working on your map, you have two areas on the map for each biome. They're all labeled. You got your 2 facts. and your name should kind of represent not only the biome, but where it's located. And so just be sure you check with the instruction sheet to be sure that you're covering everything you're supposed to. Okay, I think that's it. So if you have any questions, please let your instructor know or let me know if I'm there with you. And that's it for now. Okay, good luck.